Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started with this lesson, I would like to give all praise to the Most High in the name of His only begotten Son, and we're gonna do that through the proper true names, right? In the Lashwan Kodash, the Paleo Hebrew. All right, we're gonna start off by saying Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amath. Definitely wanna give double honors to the apostle of GMS and their elders. Definitely want to give honors to my elder, Ahar Wambon Yasar of the Lions Den Camp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the men, women, and children that believe in sincerity and truth. Shalom. All right, today's lesson is going to be going into prophecy. All right, and how destruction is coming to the land of Israel. All right, and I'm gonna start off with Joel 3. The scripture I'm gonna start off today with is Joel 3:12. Let the heathen be wakened. All right, and the heathen are who? These other nations. All right, you got the Son of Men, right, which is these heathen nations. Right, and then you got the Son of God, which is the Israelites, and then you have the Son of the Wicked, which is the Edomites. All right, and but 2/3 of our people are also part of the wicked. All right, and sometimes we are also labeled as son of man. All right, we have all been in a Gentile state of mind as well. The water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai for bringing the ones, bringing us out of that mindset, right? The 144 for elect and Yahweh Ratazah Bashim Yahweh Shai. I'll be part of that number, all right? But it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? And you know what the valley of Jehoshaphat is. It's over there in the Middle East. He's basically gathering all these nations, man, all right, to come against the land of Israel, which is going to bring America into the war, right? That whore. All right, and then it basically the major fight is going to be between NATO and the BRICS. All right, is what's going to happen. And then a lot of people from NATO are going to leave and join up with the BRICS. Turkey is already one of them. Is already planning on is in the works of leaving NATO and joining up the BRICS. All right, so it's just the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is just bringing forth this prophecy, man, putting the right pieces in the right places. All right. So it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat over there in the Middle East, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Right. This is the article from Daily Express US. It says, Iran leads plot to wipe out Israel with bomb attack. Right. From 4 different countries. All right. It says, Iranian officials are preparing a retaliatory strike against Israel in response to the killing of Hamas's political bureau chief Ismail Haniyeh. Right? It says the orders for the strike came from the very top. Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, after Haniyeh and his bodyguards was killed in a pre-drawn strike in Tehran. So like says there are 2 plans. The New York Times reports that Iran is considering as a retaliatory attack. One of them was an attack on Tel Aviv and Haifa without targeting civilians. All right. It says Hamas leader Haniyeh assassination could now spark World War III. Assassination of Hamas leader could spark full-scale war for 3 countries. The other option floated by an Iranian military commander is to attack on multiple fronts using nearby allies of Iran. All right, and you best believe that's gonna draw in Russia and China. All right, so it's another article I was reading today. And Yahweh Rockets, I'm gonna do a lesson on that one as well. But America just sent ships over there to the borders of China. Russia has put more ships down over there in Cuba. It's just the Lord is getting everything ready to bring forth this World War III, to bring forth this destruction, to bring forth this judgment and salvation. All right, that's what all this is boiled down to. Right, the times of the Gentiles is almost up, man. All right, it's ticking. All right, that clock is ticking, and that clock is almost about to run out of time. all right, for the times of the Gentiles, all right, and you see that clearly because you see all these you see all the people waking up, right, to this truth, man, right, being brought out of that Gentile state of mind, right, which is going to bring forth the will allow us to be ready for the day of the Lord's return, all right, spiritually, all right. It says the other, so like it said, Israel appears to be playing. Did I finish that? Yeah. So Israel appears to be playing whack-a-mole at this point as Hamas takes a blow and losing their leader. Tensions with Iran appear to be only rising and escalating. All right. The picture here is man's holding up a sign. Matter of fact, let me take a screenshot of that. It says, "Let's wipe out Israel." All right. It says both Hamas and Iran accuse Israel of killing of Haniyeh, which Israel has neither confirmed nor denied. Haniyeh was in Iran to celebrate the inauguration of Iran's new president. Over the past years, Israel has launched an operation trying to eliminate many of Iran's top nuclear scientists to limit Iran's nuclear power. Hamas leader and bodyguards assassinated as terror group vows retaliation. U.S. issued grave warning, right, as it is not prepared for war with Russia or China. Let me read that again. All right, it says, U.S. issued grave warning as it is not prepared for war with Russia or China. Man, this horror hasn't been ready, and as the Lord kept it that way, so it can be destroyed. All right, this is why we have no missile silos where we can shoot straight from one continent to the next continent. We have to use ships or bombers or submarines. All right, or it's like, but not like Russia. Russia can shoot strictly from their continent to our continent, man. All right, to this place. All right, and I was just reading an article yesterday about America not having hypersonic missiles, right? Capabilities. They don't have hypersonic missile capabilities. That's 6 days ago. I believe Lockheed Martin just made America's first hypersonic missile. All right, because these other countries like China and Russia already had these hypersonic missiles. All right, but America from Lockheed Martin, that might be the one that's in St. Mary's, Georgia. I could be wrong on that, but they just built their first hypersonic missile, so now they can go Mach 5 in whatever jet they're using, or plane, or whatever sky vehicle that they're using. Inside joke, but anyway, uh, whatever plane they're using, now they're able to shoot from those planes and go Mach 5, and that hypersonic missile can do what it do. All right, so but that just shows you how far behind that America is, right? I mean, and Moab is the watch pot, man, for the Lord. Mean they have all these new technologies they coming out with, and they're part of the BRICS, and also within that, I believe Iran gave Hezbollah some EPM missiles, some new EPM style missiles, and all of this is going to play a part into this strike that's coming. Turkey is planning on striking Israel, and it's probably all going to happen in Lebanon. All right, but right now Israel is fighting on multiple fronts already. All right, the state of Israel already fighting on multiple fronts. All right, so Turkey is talking about Netanyahu is talking about attacking Israel, and Hezbollah. I mean, not Hezbollah, but Iran also is planning on attacking. So it's finna be a huge major event that's finna happen in the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks, as far as Israel being attacked, in which that's just gonna draw America to the war, and they're gonna have to put boots on the ground. They're gonna have to start attacking as well. All right, so everybody gonna be in the Valley of Jehoshaphat getting it in. All right, and as this happens, Ezekiel 38, which it talks about Russia, all right, it's just being that guard unto these other nations, man. All right, to guarantee that victory over the land, all right. But the Lord is still against Gog and Magog. This is Ezekiel 38:1, and the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog. All right, so we setting our face against the people. of Russia and the land of Russia. All right, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, right, which is over there in Turkey, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, right, the BRICS nations, right, Iran being basically being a part of that, Iraq as well. All of these nations are already joining up with the BRICS, man, and being backed by the BRICS. All right. But it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all thy clothed with all sorts of armor, right? All sorts of armor, all sorts of military gear and equipment and technology, right? Clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, right? Just a mighty army, man. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya. See, all these places are already part of BRICS, man. Right? These are just the biblical names, right? It says, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets, man. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right. So Russia they ain't gonna have no choice when this thing blows up, right? And these countries start attacking Israel and doing major damage, and then America jumps in to try to save Israel. Right. That's when that guard, which is Russia, is gonna step in. All right. It says, verse 8, after many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, man. So the Lord is sending Russia like a storm. All right, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands, and many peoples with thee. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at that same time, shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Right, the Lord, and which is going to bring that war to Americas, man. Right, the BRICS nations, Russia, and the rest of the BRICS nations. Right, after while they're backing the other nations for attacking Israel. Right, that's going to leave us wide open over here. Right, the city of unwalled villages, man, for us to be attacked. Right, and this is all part of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's plan, man. All right. Zechariah 14. Come on, phone, man. All right, so Zechariah 14, Shalakim, and 1. Title says, God will battle Jerusalem foes. All right. It says, behold, the day of the Lord. And remember, Jerusalem is a people before us. Israel is a people, and Jerusalem is a people as well. All right. That our land has been taken by Amalek. All right. They the ones who run that land right now. All right. It says, which are the families of Esau, man. All right. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and the spoil. Right. Slaki, verse 1 of Zechariah 14. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken. Right now, this particular part is because I was stating that Jerusalem and Israel is a people, right? But it's also a place, right? But most of the time when you're reading, it's talking about the people of Israel. But this particular spot is talking about the actual land, okay? It says, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then saith the Lord Yahweh, go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle. And his feet shall stand in the day upon the Mount of Olives, which is before Jerusalem. All right, and that's all going into the end times, man. All right, right before Yahweh Shah shows up. All right, but it says verse 2, for I will gather all nations, right, against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, right, and the houses rifled, right, and that's what's coming, man. So all these countries coming up against the state of Israel, right, they're gonna do some major damage, man, and the Lord is gonna allow that place to be destroyed, right, as well as in America to be completely wiped out and desolate, right. Go back to Joel real quick. Joel 3, and I'm gonna start from the top. All right, title in blue letter says, "The nations will be judged." All right, Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, right? Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, right? So that's that we have been scattered, right? And his lands have been parted, right? And at this particular time, the Lord is bringing them back to the valley of Jehoshaphat, man, to bring forth his prophecy, man. Now let's read it into the NLT. Now it says, judgment against enemy nations. At that time of those events, says the Lord, when I restore the prosperity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possessions, for scattering my people among the nations, and for dividing up my land. It says, verse 3, all right, and it says, they threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. They traded boys to obtain prostitutes and sold girls for enough wine to get drunk. All right, so this is why the Lord is coming against them, man. All right, for the things that they have done. All right, He's going to allow them to destroy each other and bring forth His prophecy. So when Yahweh Shah shows up, right, he can allow those ICBMs to destroy what it needs to destroy, right? Babylon, America, and in the midst of that, He's going to be saving the elect, man, out of it, right, bringing them through the fire, man. All right, so from there we're gonna go to Daniel. And there's a few other precepts, but I might not have time to grab them. This is Daniel 12 and 1, and it reads, "The time of the end" is a title. All right, Daniel 12 and 1. "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble," right? And that trouble is Jacob's trouble, man. Right, which is all happening all at once. One big major event, man. Jacob's trouble, the destruction of Israel, the land, and the destruction of America, man, and salvation. All right. Now, people have to understand prophecies don't happen in 30 minutes. All right. Prophecies have to be manifested. All right. It takes time for the prophecy to be fulfilled. All right. But the Lord did say He's going to destroy this place in 1 hour. All right. That's the only time you need to know. All right. So it says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. All right, so we're gonna be Lord willing, part of that number. We're gonna be delivered, man. During Jacob's trouble, during the time of Armageddon. All right, Armageddon in the Hebrew. All right, that's that deliverance we're looking for. To these so-called Christians who think they already saved. What you saved from? The salvation hasn't came yet. Right? For the true worshipers that worship in sincerity and in truth, right? As the Father seeketh us to worship Him, right? Those are the ones who are spiritually saved right now. Right? But there's a physical saving coming as well. It says, "Everyone that shall be found written in the book of life," man. That's that deliverance. Right? Those are the ones who are going to receive deliverance. Verse 2, "And many of them that sleep in the dust," the ones that have no breath in them, meaning no wisdom, knowledge, or understanding in them, right? Who the ones not in this truth, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And right, and that's why we do the work now, man. We out here blowing the trumpets, all right, to warn the people, to teach the people, to bring them back to the sheepfold, man. Right. But as it says, and many of them that sleep in the dust, man. Right, we all was in the dust. All right, all of us, man. Right. But when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua sent Elijah, which is Abba Bivens, man, to get, he was sent before, to make a path for the Lord, as just like as John did, right? And when that happened with Abba Bivens in the '60s, man, that made people come out of that dust, that Gentile state of mind, right, out of that confusion, and brought them into the truth, to everlasting life, man, and the rest to everlasting contempt, right? But those are the ones that's been scoffing at the truth, who don't believe the truth, who deny the truth, right? Who have been taught the truth but still fell short. Mhm. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, man. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever, man. So the ones that turn many to righteousness are the elect, man. That's in this truth, that's pushing this truth, teaching the people to come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to repent, to understand that his true name is Yahweh, and his only begotten son's true name is Yahushua, and that there is no other names that you can be saved by, man. All right. But those the ones that's going to be as bright as the firmament, right? As it says in verse 3, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And they that turn many to righteousness, man. That's the goal, to turn as many back to be righteous, man. To bring them back to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, right? To teach them the truth, right? That's the goal, man. To be forever righteous. Right, to never sin again, to never piss off our Heavenly Father again, man. That's the goal. And we're gonna do that by teaching the truth and walking therein. Right? We can't just teach it and don't walk it. You have to have both. You have to have the faith and the works. Right? You have to live that life, man. All right. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Lord willing, Yahweh, Ratasah, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I ask that this lesson be edifying. All right. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I'm thankful to be able to do lessons, and I'm thankful to be able to be in this truth, man. All right. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to teach people that of who they really are, and to teach people the truth, right? That Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, has salvation in the midst, and that the ones that truly believe and that worship in sincerity and truth will be brought through the destruction, man. All right. So I'm gonna end it there, man. Shalom and DTA.